Ever wondered what makes you you? What distinct traits define your personality? We're more than just a sum of our actions, our words, or our appearances. We're a complex blend of unique characteristics that shape our behaviors and perceptions. Understanding these traits is not only fascinating but crucial in deciphering our behaviors and navigating our relationships. To unravel this mystery, psychologists have identified 5 broad dimensions of personality, known as the Big 5 personality traits. Openness to experience, the first of the Big 5, is all about curiosity and imagination. It's a fascinating trait that governs how we engage with the world around us. This trait is often seen in those who have an appreciation for art, emotion, and adventure. Individuals with a high degree of openness to experience tend to enjoy thinking about and exploring unusual ideas. They're not afraid to venture outside their comfort zone and seek out new experiences. Openness to experience isn't just about physical adventures, it's also about intellectual curiosity. Those high in this trait have a strong desire to learn and understand the world around them. They love to ask questions, explore ideas, and they revel in the richness and variety of human experience. Creativity is another key facet of this trait. Highly open individuals are often imaginative, able to think outside the box and come up with novel solutions to problems. People high in this trait are often described as imaginative, creative, and open-minded. Next up is conscientiousness, the trait that governs dependability. This trait is a measure of how we control, regulate, and direct our impulses. It's not just about being orderly or neat, but about personal discipline, carefulness, thoroughness, self-organization, and deliberation. Imagine a person who is highly thoughtful, with good impulse control and goal-directed behaviors. This individual pays close attention to detail, always considering the potential outcomes and consequences of their actions. They are planners, preferring to follow a schedule rather than leaving things to chance. They're not the ones to act on a whim. Instead, they weigh their options and consider the long-term effects. These are the markers of a highly conscientious individual. They're typically the reliable ones, the people you can count on to follow through on their promises. They're the ones who are methodical in their approach, always ensuring that every I is dotted and every T is crossed. Individuals high in conscientiousness are typically methodical, well-organized, and mindful of details. Extraversion and agreeableness, the third and fourth traits, dictate our social behavior. Let's dive in. Extraversion, the third trait, is often associated with outgoingness, assertiveness, and high levels of emotional expressiveness. People with this trait tend to enjoy human interactions and to be enthusiastic, talkative, assertive, and gregarious. They are often perceived as full of life, energy, and positivity. Shifting gears, we move to the fourth trait, agreeableness. This trait is characterized by attributes such as trust, altruism, kindness, and affection. People high in agreeableness are seen as trustworthy, kind, and cooperative, often putting the needs of others above their own. They have a strong desire to get along with others, and are generally considerate, friendly, generous, helpful, and willing to compromise their interests for the sake of others. While extroverts are often sociable and assertive, those high in agreeableness are typically trusting, helpful, and compassionate. Finally, we have neuroticism, the trait associated with emotional instability. This is a complex facet of personality reflecting how well an individual maintains emotional equilibrium. Those high on the neuroticism scale tend to have less control over their impulses and often grapple with higher levels of anxiety. Like a ship in a storm, their moods can sway wildly, careening from joy to despair in a heartbeat. Individuals high in neuroticism often experience mood swings, anxiety, irritability, and sadness. So, to recap, the Big 5 personality traits provide a comprehensive, empirical, data-driven research finding. These traits, namely openness to experience, conscientiousness, extraversion, agreeableness, and neuroticism, serve as the pillars of our personality. Openness to experience is all about how open-minded we are, whether we crave novelty or prefer familiar routines. Conscientiousness explores how organized and dependable we are. Extraversion examines our level of sociability, our comfort in the company of others. Agreeableness sheds light on our nature of being compassionate and cooperative. And finally, neuroticism, which gauges our emotional stability and the degree of our negative emotional reactions. Each trait is a spectrum, a sliding scale where we all fall somewhere, shaping our individuality. The Big 5 doesn't label us, instead it helps us understand the complex mosaic of our personality. Understanding these traits can help us better understand ourselves and others, shaping how we navigate our personal and professional lives. Gratitude for your time. Enjoyed the clip? Hit like, subscribe for riveting content. Share reflections below. Until we meet again, celebrate your distinctiveness, delve into the psychology realm. Farewell.